Hello, this is Transformers fan G138, and here's my video review of Transformers Prime Robots in Disguise Cliffjumper. Right off the bat, I really do like the car. It's actually pretty cool looking. I mean, how the wheels come up underneath the actual rim of the car here on both ends, and it's really good. It has a painted back end. I mean, the headlights are black, but they're okay. And up here, there's a lot of detailing. Unfortunately, they spent most of the paint apps they could use on the car mode, and he's lacking quite a few in robot mode. If you've seen my Starscream review, one of my personal pet peeves is being able to see the robot's face on the bottom. This one isn't too bad. If you tuck it down, you really can't tell that's his face. So, I mean, default position, you can kind of tell that's his face, but if rotate it down a little bit, it's pretty well hidden. And I'll get into this whole fake chest thing later. But that's the car mode. It rolls well. And I do really like the car mode. It looks sharp. The only thing that I would change if I was designing this is I would make this back end the same size as the front end. That way I could repaint it into the General Lee from the Dukes of Hazzard or the Burn Notice car from Burn Notice, because I think those would be really cool to have as Transformers. So I'll get this guy into robot mode after I show off this thing. It's a gun and a battle hammer. Actually, it's not that bad in robot mode and hammer. It's actually pretty good, but in this mode, you can clip it in the port up top as a kind of like a gun turret type thing, or you can clip it here in the side. Again, it's okay. It's there. If I ever display it in this mode, I usually just stick this like behind it where I can't see it, or just off to the side somewhere. But I'll go ahead and get this guy in robot mode now, and I'll talk about him in that mode. And here is Cliffjumper in robot mode. Now, I really do think this is actually pretty decent mode. Overall, it's nice. The one thing I don't like is the whole remolded chest. That's the car roof here with the windows and the bumper. I don't like that. I think it's kind of like cheating when it comes to Transformers, and I've seen it done multiple times. I guess it's okay to some point. Like, the Ratchet one really looks nice, mainly because they can't get those massive doors to that size. But then again, this one I think it's a wasted opportunity. Like, they figured out how to do it on the first edition. Yeah, he's probably had a little bit more complex transformation, and I realize they're trying to simplify that, but I don't like this whole cheating system they have going, because if you turn it around, look, you can see the window right through his armor. That's not fooling anybody. For the most part, he's pretty decent though. He's got some windows here on his forearms that could probably fold down further if they designed it properly, but it's fine the way it is. Easily, this is my least favorite of the Transformer Prime action figures, or the figures so far. Actually no, I take that back. Bumblebee was the worst of the Transformers Prime figures. And when I eventually get around doing a review on him, I will explain why I hate him so much, because I'll pull out the first edition, and I really get a little bit angry with that, so. But, as far as the weapon goes here, in his arm, he's got, it turns into kind of like a hammer with a guard here. I actually really like that. It kind of fits Cliffjumper's personality. But I say a nice giant gun would have worked too. Which this, if you flip it around, does equal a gun. But, again, this handle thing doesn't look so great. It just looks like he's holding the hammer from the side. It's my opinion, but we'll go with it. So, as far as articulation goes, he's got ball and socket joint feet here. And it means you can get some nice motion. He's got a hinge knee, which I prefer hinge joints, but that's just my preference. He's got a ball and socket joint hip here. It can also rotate a little bit, but the actual leg armor gets in the way. These do move, so if you don't like the way they look, you can flip it around to see the wheel. But he also has a waist swivel due to transformation. So he's the second Prime toy that I've reviewed that has a waist swivel. He's got a double hinged elbow here and up here. It kind of have to bend both for it to work. But I prefer his elbow a little bit further down, kind of like Starscream. I would have preferred a little bit more up. So it's averages out, I guess. Yeah, so he's got a ball and socket joint here, which is really tight. You can't do too much with it because the wheel gets in the way of the piece of the hood here in the back. He does have light piping eyes, but they don't work too well at all. Aesthetically, he's pretty good. He's got some kibble on the back, but it folds up pretty nicely. I mean, see the trunk here and the roof and the roof of the car and the hood. But you can store his gun there if you want, you know, or his axe, so, you know, reach over the back of him. I think that's kind of cool. He can actually reach over his back and grab it. But as far as the paint goes, he's missing, due to painting the bumper here to match the bumper on the front, it really is a little bit disappointing that they left out other details, like they painted these up here, but it's a little off red. But he just seems to be lacking in paint apps. I guess he's not really, but he just seems to be. Like, a lot of these details could have been painted. More specifically, here on his hip, he's got a molded-in wheel. Like on the show, that's where his wheel ended up. But I see a wheel here, and I see a wheel here, I see a wheel here, and I see a wheel here. Just 2 extra wheels molded into plastic. Okay, but they still should be painted, in my opinion. If they're there, they should be painted. Because they actually have the same texture as these wheels. Which is nice. It's a nice little additive, but yeah, you should paint them. So that would be my video review on Transformers Prime Robots in Disguise Cliffjumper. Thanks for watching.